Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. And we've just joined a platoon. We've got an M44 here. It's the Tier 6 American SPG. We're located on the south spawn of Murovanka. And the name of the commander is Darknamja. And he's just platooned with somebody. And battle has started. He's got one mark of excellence on the barrel. So he's got a reasonable standard already. And we're moving off to the west side of the battlefield, and there's another M44, a pair of them, and they both got first marks. Yep. I wondered, did they platoon together? No, they didn't. Actually, he platooned with a pair of SU-100s. Now he's just trying to find a firing position. And the other M44, oh, he's headed this way. Okay. That's better. Located behind that bush, and he's ready to go. We're looking further up range. Or down range, I should say. And we're looking in the grid square B1. I think somebody's indicated grid square B1. They think there's an Arty in that spot. I think they may have been hit from that area. And thanks to the direction indicators, nowadays we do know where the shells come from. So I think somebody's actually giving a subtle hint. I just got hit by an Arty from that direction. And we've got a Cromwell, and he's been wiped out just before we can reload. We've got a 16.8 second reload. We're not using premium consumables, and we've lined up a shot on that 112 and get a hit. 100 hit points. Now he's just waiting around that corner from the 50 TP. And we're waiting for our reload to complete. We're almost there. Lining up a shot on the 112. Yep. Another direct hit. Well, there's an E25 up there for certain, and he's taken a lot of damage. In fact, he's gone. And it was one of our SU-100s who took him out as well. Going for the S112 again. Rounds out. Another direct hit, 171. Okay, switching to the other side of the battlefield. We've got a whole bunch of enemy tanks, and they're attacking our defending tanks on south of the Magic Forest. In fact, actually it's a rather large unit, but we're moving ahead on the west side of the battlefield, so Darknamja can pay attention to the other side. In fact, actually it does help at this stage of the battle if you do provide a little assistance to your teammate. And you got a direct hit there on the VK3601H. Can he get a direct hit on the IS? Well, he's lost his stun. That VK's moving forward. You can see where the shell impacted on the side of him. Oh, that one went long. But the VK's taking some more damage. He's down. He's a one-shot now. In fact, he's a splash kill. And he's out the game. Now we're going for the IS. Tier 7 Soviet heavy tank. Line up a shot behind him. Oh, he moves forward just as we fire. And so we missed that shot. Now it might be worth considering moving forward, because our team have advanced quite a long way, but in actual fact Darknamja's moved backwards and knocked that tree over, which might tell the enemy where we're located. But he's gone back to the aim in a bush some little distance away. That might fox the enemy to his true location. He fires around the IS, gets a direct hit, 199 this time. He's stunned, he's pulling back, but he's pulling forward again. I think he's used his first aid kit. We're indicating target. Use the T key. Tells our teammates what we're aiming at. We lost sight of him, but we fired around him blind. If he was nearby, we would have damaged him. KV-3, Tier 7 Soviet heavy, and he's making his way this way. And he's about to engage a T20 and a 50 TP. Yep, we're loaded. Rounds out. Direct hit right on his front, and he got hit by one of the SU-100s as well, and he's lost virtually all his health, and now that T20's got him. We're going for the Jackson, lightly armoured Tier 6 tank destroyer. We're loaded now. Rounds out straight away. Direct hit. And he's lost a lot of hit points and he's stunned. And he's taken out the game immediately. The score is 8-4 with 4 tanks up. We're doing very nicely. We occupy most of the south area and also the middle of the map. But we haven't advanced into the enemy third of the map at the top. But there's that 112 that we were shooting at earlier. And he's, wow, one shot. In fact, actually, he's now dead. He was wiped out by the other M44. Okay, we're going back to the IS. And our gun swivels around in its mount. And we're now able to shoot. We're dialing in on the target. Fully dialed in. Work out where he's going. Oh, and we get a direct hit. 217. I thought that shell was going to land behind the IS. It actually hit the side of him. He turned sideways just at the wrong moment. Now we've lost sight of them, but there is a Cromwell B near our cap, so he should be able to spot him fairly shortly. We haven't centered the arc on the gun though. You can see that our M44 is actually pointing to the northeast, and the IS is at the corner of our arc. And that means if he moves closer to the cap, we might actually get reticule bloom. There's the enemy M44. He's been spotted in the north, and it looks like he's stationary taking aim. And that's a shell from the other M44. We fire around in as well. And we get the kill shot. Wiped out the M44. Blind kill. There's only 4 enemy remaining. The IS has been taken out the game. He was killed by the T-20. The Skoda T-25 has been spotted there. There he is. And he's out the game. 3 enemy remaining. There's a Fury, a T-26 E5 and an enemy RC that we haven't seen yet, the M44. But they must be in the north end of the map. And I think our team are now going to move into the enemy area. Try and find them. Darknamja hasn't re-aimed. He has now. Okay, and the vehicle's spinning round. And he centered his arc correctly this time, so he's got the full width of the battlefield to look at. He can... Oh, no, he's moving backwards into the trees. Okay, center your arc. So that's it. No, he's not centered it correctly there. What he could have done is angled it such a way that the arc was looking at the entire battlefield, and that way the vehicle wouldn't have to move at all to find the enemy, because the enemy's bound to be in that top third area, and then all he has to do is look at the appropriate place on the mini-map, and the gun will swivel to that point. T-26 is seen at the back. We're dialing in. Round out. Should be a direct hit. Oh! Well, that was 2 rounds from 2 M44s. One lands to one side, one lands to the other, and he manages to pick up 104 hit points of damage on T-26, and also picks up 288 on stun. And he got the kill shot. There are now only 2 enemies left, the Fury and the M44. Now the VK3601H is moving up on the west side of the map. We believe that the Fury was last seen in grid square B1, but we're not sure where he is now. He's got some company. He's got the Borsig with him. And the SU-100 is moving up. There's the M44. The Fury's been seen. We're going for the M44. Dialing in. Rounds out. Not fully dialed in.
That was close.
Well, he did some splash damage of 166, but he didn't take the M44 out the game completely. But we don't need to worry. The 3601H defends himself and takes down the M44. Now we're going for the Fury. And the Fury's taken out by our SU-100, and that's the end of the game. And that means that looking at the end of battle stats, oh my god, it's an Ace Tanker. It's a new record for Darknamja. He hasn't had an Ace Tanker before in the M44 on this account. I know it's an Ace Tanker, and it's a new one because it's got that little reef underneath, the mark underneath, which indicates that that's a new record. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13, and he got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by others, and a win 8 for the battle of 3,829. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he didn't get the highest amount of damage. That went to the other M44, or did it? No, he didn't pick up a high caliber either. He picked up a Confederate as well, and that indicates that they weren't getting 20% of the enemy hit points in total. But Darknamja managed to get 1,763 hit points. The other M44 managed to get 1,870. The highest the enemy could get was their ISU 152. He managed 1,548. When it came to kills, it was the T20 who did well. He managed to get 4, but he did get wiped out towards the during the battle. Darknamja managed to pick up 2 kills. The E25, the SU-100 he was platooned with also got 2 kills, and the VK3601H got 2 kills as well. 2 members of the enemy team managed to get 2 kills there, 112 or 112, and they're M44. When it came to base XP, it was the M44, the other M44 managed to get the highest amount, 1,235 base XP, so he must have got more stun assist actually in the battle. Then followed the T20 with 1,159, then Darknamja with 1,127. Let's have a look at the detail report. Darknamja fired 16 rounds during the battle. He got 10 direct hits, 1 penetration, 3 splash. Damage of 1,763 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 8 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and he did 1,400 hit points of stun assistance, and that's probably why he did so well with the XP. He caused by 11 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 49,713 credits, and after ammunition resupply, he had 41,633 credits. He earned 1 bond for the Confederate. He got 1,690 XP times 2 for the first victory, so he took away 3,381 experience points altogether. But a particularly good round, and it was well worthy of an ace tanker, and I think Darknamja sent this one to us because it was his first ace in this particular account for the M44, and so he was very happy about it, and he should be happy. He did very well, and he needs to work on centering his arc so you can get the maximum amount. So you put the maximum width of the arc on the edge of the map, and then the other arc will be at the maximum extent you can go in the opposite direction, and then you can fire at anything in between without getting any reticule bloom or any serious reticule bloom by the vehicle maneuvering or turning. But great battle all the same, and he did very well. And it was good that he actually platooned with the SU-100s because they did well as well. If we look at the team score just to see how well they got on, we can see that one SU-100 managed to get 798 hit points and 2 kills, and the other SU-100 managed 942 hit points of damage but no kills. But still a good platoon all the same. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.